Good morning and welcome to WinAnyway Live. It's been a while, hasn't it? May has not been the month for me for doing lives, but hey, I got something to say this morning and that's important, at least to me. I have been thinking a lot about sales over the last couple of weeks, whether I should sell or not sell. Well, I haven't been thinking about that just over the last couple of weeks. Frankly, I've been thinking about that over the entire course of my life. I mean, sales is important, right? Everything we do in life, in one way or another, is selling. Whether we're selling an actual good or service, or selling an idea, even talking to our kids and selling them on the idea that they need to clean their room or go do the dishes, do well in school. Doing a lot of selling on that lately. Thankfully, my daughter Rachel successfully finished her high school senior year. She'll be graduating, walking tomorrow afternoon, evening at some point. Robe the whole bit. Outside, inside, I'm not sure. I think it depends on the weather. So we sold her on an education, and my two younger kids are doing well in school as well. So hey, every day I sell them 3 or 4 times a day on doing their homework and staying in class, making sure they're attending those Zoom calls. Anyway, it'll be about a month, and I will have my next birthday. I'll turn 53, and in 53 years, I have had more than one job on average per year, which means that I've had on average probably more than two or three since I didn't start working really until I was 16. Now that includes part-time jobs and temporary jobs, jobs that I took for a day, like when I went to go work at Hardee's in college and only worked there for a single day, a single shift. Couldn't stand it. But well over 50 jobs. And one of the reasons I have gone from job to job to job for many, many years is because those jobs were primarily sales, and I didn't necessarily believe in what I was selling. Now, I might have believed it when I took the job. I very rarely ever take a job where I don't completely believe in what it is I'm going to be selling. But it often does not take long for me to be on the job to discover that what I'm selling isn't necessarily as good as they make it look when they're trying to sell me on taking the job. Multiple times I have found myself a couple of months in and just realized there is no way I, in good conscience, can continue to try to sell this item. And if I keep the job, if I keep going, I then don't sell very well because I don't really believe in what I'm selling. Now, right now, I'm selling three things that I believe in wholeheartedly. I've got my regular job, except it's not just over broke. I'm doing all right. I'm working for the Boulder Daily Camera newspaper, selling advertising in that newspaper and in several other newspapers that we also publish. And I've sold newspaper advertising before. I haven't always believed in the newspaper I was working at. And I've worked at, I think, 4, maybe 5 different newspapers. But in the old days, one of the reasons I didn't believe has disappeared now today. That is circulation numbers, readership numbers. Back in the day, 20 years ago, you'd have these massive circulation numbers. Everybody got the newspaper, and you'd sell based on that. And the rates were based on that. Now, advertising in and of itself is vaporware anyway. You put out an ad, and you hope people see it. They may or may not see it. Nowadays, if you're getting a newspaper, it's because you want to get a newspaper. So you are going to get it, open it up, and read it, and you are much more likely to observe the ads, to see the ads. In fact, a newspaper community, people who want the paper, tend to be the type of people that are supporting their community, and they support the newspaper, so they'll go out of their way to support the advertisers in that newspaper because they want to keep their newspaper. And if you don't get the newspaper, you go online, and it's really easy to tell how many people are going online to read the newspaper on the internet. So the circulation numbers are truer now than they have ever been. so I can easily believe in what I'm selling at my job. But I also sell coaching and speaking. And I know I believe in myself as a coach. I'm a good coach. I can help people. I can help you develop this. Well, let's see. How do I say it? I can't even remember. It's morning time. Discover, develop, and deliver your best message. Go find it, develop it, turn it into a keynote, and then properly deliver it. I know I can do that. I believe in myself. Selling myself as a speaker, I know I'm a good speaker. I know people enjoy me and my message, get something out of it every time I speak. It's a little bit harder to sell myself as a speaker because you always have that imposter syndrome going on. Maybe I'll talk about that some other day. But I do believe in myself as a speaker. So those are the three things that I sell, that I believe in. Now, what does it matter that you believe in it? If you don't believe in it, people can tell. People can read your face. They can read your voice. You won't have the same enthusiasm when you're selling something you don't believe. So you have to find a way to believe in what it is you're selling, or you have to go find something else to sell. Because enthusiasm sells. I spent the last week listening in on Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi's free training, Own Your Future. And every single speaker was enthusiastic and confident and putting it out there, what they did in their lives to make themselves a success, and how important it is that you invest in yourself, that you invest in training, and that you buy the program that they ultimately were selling. Now, if they didn't believe it, they wouldn't be able to sell it. You've got to be able to believe it. You have to believe that what you are selling is so important, so impactful, so valuable to the people you're selling it to, that it would be selfish for you not to sell it, for you not to share it. First time I heard that, probably 15 years ago, from world champion of public speaking Darren LaCroix. But I also heard it last week from Dean Graziosi, who gave a whole keynote on the importance of selling, and that selling isn't a bad word. That selling is what we do to share something valuable with another person. Because we deserve to be compensated for the value we give to the world. So we deserve to sell. And people deserve to be sold too. They deserve to be exposed to whatever it is you're selling. If you believe what you're selling is important enough, whether it's coaching, whether it's speaking, whether it's advertising, maybe you're a plumber, maybe you're an electrician, maybe you're an accountant. There's so many different things. I mean, we all sell something. The question is, do you believe in it enough to go out there enthusiastically and confidently and sell anyway? You deserve to be able to sell anyway. And your audience, the people who need your product, they deserve to have you sell it to them. That's all today. It's been a big, long one. Hey. Maybe next time I'll keep it to 3 to 5 minutes. But, I haven't talked in 3 weeks, so I might as well go however long I've gone today. Go out, have a Win Anyway day, and make sure you are always living your Win Anyway life.